these notes were from September the 7th, and these are solving two-step equations. So I'm not going to go through every single example, but I'd like to give you a few just to help you out with solving two-step equations. So the first one we'll go over is the first example. Sarah paid $15.95 to become a member at a gym. She then paid a monthly membership fee. Her total cost for 12 months was $735.95. How much was the monthly fee? So a lot of times we try to look for the equals part in an equation, and in this case it would be the $735.95. So that'll be our equals, because that's the total amount that she paid. So we have to pay this fee automatically. That's just kind of that you walk in the door and they slap you with that fee. However, we're going to have to pay a charge every month, 12 months, and since we don't know how much that fee is, that'll be our x. So if we do simple solving, we're going to move the $15.95 over to this side by subtracting. You always do the opposite to solve equations. So you get 12x equals $720. And then if you divide by 12, that'll give you how much that fee was that she paid per month. So x would equal 60. So that's $60. Pretty hefty fee. Must be a very nice gym. But she's paying $60 a month to go to this gym. So basically what you're doing when you're solving two-step and multi-step equations is getting the x by itself. Unlike our one-step equations, we only had one number to move. In these examples, we've got two. So on this one, I'm solving for x, so I'm going to subtract my 6. Now when I bring my x down, I need to keep in mind that this 2 is now negative. See that minus sign right there? It goes with the 2, not with the 6, and it changes to a negative when you are in the solving process. So you get 4 over here. We're going to divide by -2. Therefore, x equals -2. On this one, we have some like terms to combine first. That -8x and that plus 6x are both on the same side of the equal sign, so we combine them together directly with what their signs say. We'll get -2x, bring down our 3. Now move the 3. -2x equals 10, and when I divide, I get x equals -5. This guy, the sum of a number divided by 7 and 2. Well, the sum means add. A number divided by 7 would look like this. Of course, we're adding 2 to it, and the answer is 3. I'll move my 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. To get rid of the 7 off the bottom here, I'm going to multiply, because the opposite of dividing by 7 would be multiplying by 7. And therefore, my answer is 7. All right, let's look on the next page. Let's see. Let's close our ink layer. Let's look on the next page now. Let's see. Let's work out number 6. Again, I'm just going to skip through and do a few examples for you. Number 5 is a pretty basic equation to translate. Let me translate it for you. I'm not going to solve it, but I will translate it. It says Marina's brother is 3 years younger than twice her age. This phrase right here is translated like this: 2x minus 3. 3 years younger than, that would be subtract twice her age, that's 2x. The sum of their ages is 24. Okay, that's the equals part. This is her brother. How old is Marina? Well, that's what we don't know, so she's going to be x. So if you add these two things together, that will equal their total age, which is 24. So that's how you would set that one up. Again, like terms and then solving. So this guy looks pretty scary. He's really not. I like to use the example, what if this problem just said q minus 1 equals 3? What would you do? Well, you would add the 1, and then if there was a number here in front of the q, you would divide it. Just because it's got fractions doesn't mean it's going to be any harder. Let's move this guy first by adding 1/5 to both sides. This one's awesome because it already has a common denominator. We don't even really have to go to the calculator for this one if we don't want to. Right here, you've got 3/5 plus 1/5. That equals 4/5. And then to get rid of this 15 down here, that's being divided, so the opposite would be multiply. So if I multiply 4/5 times 15, I'm going to get 12. And that's your answer there. All right, let's go to the next page. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, here's a good one. Here's a distribute. Let's try 8 and 9. We're going to distribute here, 3x. We're going to distribute there, plus 12 equals 10. That's just the first step. I won't finish it out just in the interest of time, but you could solve that one pretty easily by subtracting the 12 and dividing by 3. This one is a great problem. It's a distribute word problem, and sometimes it's hard to tell they're distribute when they're written in word problem form. So this says 2 multiplied by the sum. That means you're going to multiply 2 times the sum of something. And the sum will be a number, which is x, and 4, like this. And then it says is equal to -10. That one probably is pretty hard on the translating, but that's what it would look like. Again, I won't do all the steps to solve. I'll let you do that. But if I multiply the 2 times the x, I get 2x. If I multiply 2 times 4, I get 8 equals -10. And then you solve by subtracting the 8 and dividing by 2. Now, when we get into fractions and decimals, a lot of people freeze up. They tend to think those are really super hard. Both of these problems have decimals in them. One has fractions and decimals. I'll just do number 11. They're both about the same as far as difficulty. If I add 8.25 on this problem, I'm trying to get p by itself. That's why I'm moving the 8.25. So I'm going to bring down the -0.25p. And over here, I'm going to add 17.5 plus 8.25, and I get 25.75. So if I divide by -0.25, and this would be a great calculator problem, divide by -0.25, you get 103. So P equals 103. Let me double check my math, make sure I did that right. 17.5 plus 8.25, and then divided by -0.25. That's it. There you go. So that's one with decimals. They look scary. They're really just about the same as all the other ones we do. So here's a worded problem that would have, I tell you what, I'll do 13 since it's got fractions and decimals in it, and that'll be the last one we'll do. The product of 3/4 of a number, so that would be like 3/4 x, plus 0.6, is 15.6. See how easily that translates? If we subtract 0.6 from both sides, you get 3/4 x equals, well, let's see, 15.6 minus 0.6, I believe that equals 15. To get our final answer, we would divide here, and the reason why we're dividing is because 3/4 x means 3/4 times x, and the opposite of times is divide. This is done really easily on the calculator, but how you would type it in is 15 divided by 3/4. We've learned by now our fractions have to be in parentheses. And when we do that, let's see, 15 times 4 is 60 divided by 3 would give us 20. And that's our answer. Thanks for watching your notes today.